Plastids. What are plastids? Simply, plastids means plastids are used for storage. That's it. Plastids means. One of the category of plastids was storage. One of the category was light absorption. Light absorption is Light absorption is done in chloroplast, and storage of food was done in amyloplasts. This was plastids. Amyloplasts store carbohydrates. Proteoplasts store proteins. These elayoplasts store fats. That's it. Plastid means. There are two categories. One is storage of food materials. One is one is for light absorption. So we can. This was plastids. What happened? How light absorption takes place? What are the membranes present? If we go into detailed structure, the content will be present. Plastids are found in all plant cells and in euglenoids. These are easily observed under the microscope as they are large. Plastids are found in every plant cell. Every plant cells. They are visible under microscope as they are large. They bear some specific pigments, thus imparting colors to the part of the plants which possess them. Based on the type of pigments, plastids can be classified into chloroplast, chromoplast, and leucoplasts. In these, the common for everything was bilayered membrane. Its membrane will be of phospholipid bilayer. This was this was phosphorus, and this was fatty acids. Tails. This was the membrane present in chloroplast and chromoplasts and leucoplasts. In everything of plastids as we discussed, everything has this membrane only. So the content will be simpler for us. Now uh, coming to the chloroplast, in this membrane outer membrane and the inner membrane will be present. Outer membrane will be also same like this. Inner membrane will be like this. Inside that the thylakoids will be present. Thylakoid membrane will be also like this only. So in the thylakoid membrane, here carotenoids are present. Carotenoids are present. Here chlorophyll was present. Carotenoids was present. So from sunlight, the light falls on these pigments and the electron will be excited and it passes to the next protein complexes which are present in this membrane, and it will pump H plus, and finally using that H plus, last a last of using that protein complex, ATP will be generated. This was the main usage of these chlorophyll pigments. Chlorophyll chlorophyll A will be like this, chlorophyll B will be like this, carotenoids will be like this. So in the membrane, beside of chlorophyll, only carotenoids are present. In during spring season, where the sunlight will be lower, then these chlorophylls will be degenerated, and these carotenoids are only present in spring. So thus imparting colors like red, orange, or yellow colors. As the light will fall on these pigments, light consists of 7 colors. In that, some 6 colors are absorbed. One color was not absorbed. We see that color as yellow, which was not absorbed color. Or if red was not observed, we see that as red. If orange was not observed, we see that as orange. In the chromoplast, fat-soluble carotenoid pigments like carotene, xanthophylls, and others are present. As I said, it was a fatty acid tails. So these molecules are also carotenoids are also embedded in the membrane. This gives the part of the plant a yellow, orange, or red color. The leucoplasts are the colorless plastids of varied shape and size which store nutrients. Amyloplasts store carbohydrates. Elaioplasts store oils and fats, whereas leuroplasts store proteins. As we discussed before, here amyloplasts will store carbohydrates, elaioplasts will store fats and oils, proteoplasts will store proteins, but these membranes will be phospholipid bilayer only. This was the phosphorus, this was the fatty acid tail. This was the phosphorus, this was the fatty acid tail. Okay, Majority of the chloroplasts of green plants are found in mesophyll cells of the leaves. These are lens-shaped, so these will be present in mesophyll cells. Mesophyll cells are found in leaves. These are will be different shapes: lens shape, oval or spherical, discoid, or even ribbon-like organelles have variable lengths. These chloroplasts will be different shapes of length 5 to 10 nanometers with 2 to 4 nanometers, means two dot-like structures. Nanometer is 1/1000 of a millimeter. Their number will be 1 per cell or 20 per mesophyll cells. Uh, like mitochondria, chloroplasts are also double membrane. One of the inner chloroplast is less permeable, so they are double membrane. So this was the outer membrane, this was the inner membrane, and these are the thylakoids. But every membrane is same structure as that contains phosphorus, glycerol as a backbone, and fatty acid tail. The space limited by the inner membrane of the chloroplast is known as stroma. This inner membrane is stroma. The space inside this thylakoid is lumen. Thylakoids will be present in stalk-like structures. These thylakoids will be round and present one by one after one by one. So we call it as stacks of thylakoids. In addition, there are flat membranous tubules called stroma lamellae connecting the thylakoids of different grana. So here another membrane will be extension of this thylakoid membrane. We call it as stroma lamellae. These are all same made up of same membrane. This same membrane. The membrane of thylakoids enclosed space is called lumen. The stroma of this space is known as lumen. The membrane of the stroma of chloroplast contain enzymes required for synthesis of carbohydrates and proteins. Here enzymes will be present because C3 cycle will be taken place here. The food that was prepared was here only. So synthesis of carbohydrate and proteins, the enzymes was present here only. It also contains small double circular DNA molecule ribosomes. So basically it will contain not humans has this helix type DNA, but in chloroplast it will be circular. It will be in circular. This DNA was humans. This DNA circular DNA in chloroplasts. Because as this chloroplast containing DNA, they will process. They will also have ribosomes also, and they are mostly 70s ribosomes. If ribosomes are present, photosynthetic pigments are present in thylakoids. The ribosomes of chloroplast are prokaryotics. Ribosomes means single nucleotide sequence, single strand of nucleotide sequence. That's it. 70s means if this is 70s, if it is 80s, if it is 70s, it will be large, larger in density. So it was called 70s, it was called 80s. Cytoplasmic chromosomes are 70s. Very interestingly, chloroplasts have this DNA means, as this DNA means, chloroplast was in earlier forms of in earlier formations, chloroplast was a photosynthetic bacteria. Photosynthetic bacteria. As the evolutions passed on, these DNA, these genes were reduced. These photosynthetic bacteria was entered a normal eukaryotic cell, and after many evolutions, the, the genetic material got conserved and reduced to a specific performs, and the bacteria evolved into a organelle. It was so interesting. Same mitochondria also. Mitochondria was also once a bacteria. There was a theory. It was a bacteria. It was a aerobic bacteria. This chloroplast was a photosynthetic bacteria. Photosynthetic bacteria means it will produce glucose using sunlight. So the two features was taken and combinedly evaluated for a better performance.